global warming, my ass. I'm only joking. So, your riding is destroying the potential progress that you should be making. In this video, I'm going to show you how. Come on, let's get inside out the rain. Right, that's better. Okay, so problem number one with your workouts, they're too long. Yeah. Now, let's look at your structure. Let's look at last week, last month, and let's try and have a strategy that's going to work for you. So first of all, you've got to understand that the workout is the stimulus that's going to release inflammation. That inflammation is good for you in terms of the workout. Our immune system, skeletal system, other systems, they're going to work with it and they're going to absorb it through an adaptive process that means that your tolerance to a repeat of this inflammation becomes higher. So therefore, we increase the load. You understand the concepts of overload, you follow the training principle, and you're trying to work longer and harder. But you're pushing yourself to a point that means you're overreaching, and here's why. The longer rides, even the longer, steadier rides, are actually the ones that are more fatiguing because you eat like shit, okay? We'll talk about that in a second, but remember, subscribe to this channel, and I'll make sure that you eat well as recover well. It's dead simple. It requires a very small amount of energy. Lift your finger and subscribe. There you go, okay? Now, the fact is that you've got, around about an hour to 2 hours of stored fuel in those working muscles. That's your leg muscles for cycling. That is the rule for acclimatization when we're trying to increase the load. Because you've got to understand that most amateurs eat like shit. Eat like shit on the bike, and then afterwards you eat too much. Problem. We'll fix that in a second. But if you look at that rule of thumb of 1 to 2 hours, if you increase your training by that amount per week, you've got the capacity to absorb that through stored fuel if you eat properly. So that is a good rule to add. So over any 3-week building phase, you can add 1 to 2 hours per week, and then you can hit that ceiling height of training time. That's so smart, coach. That's so easy to follow. Yeah, but most people have got a gun at their head because their ego is threatening them. If you do not do this amount of hours per week because we have written it into Strava, then you're a wanker, you're a fanny, people are going to laugh at you. But what else is going on in life that week? Work, family, work, family, work, family. Yeah, you're not recovering from workouts because you can't even fucking recover from life. But let's fix that. Okay, now that you've identified your workouts and you've got no structure to that time, start to look at how much time really is available for you. And it doesn't matter if you're replicating that time each week. We can control the intensity. In fact, we can actually increase the touch points. I have a lot of successful athletes do 30 to 40 minute workouts. They do them twice a day, and it adds up to more time than they would do doing one workout per day. And they can recover from it. It's that simple. You can find out more information on that in the link for my free group. Join the base camp and you'll get more of this stuff. But let's look at those workouts, and I'll ask you a question. How easy do you find it to do zone 2? Easy or hard? Most people say hard because they'll tell me it's really hilly where I live. It's not. It's because you've got a gun at your head, because your ego's telling you, why would you go that slow when you've only got 3 or 4 hours a week to train? Strava's going to laugh at you. All your friends are going to laugh at you. So you kid on, you're doing zone 2, but you're really a zone 3 fanny. But you find no other way. There is a way. I want you to sit down right now, as you're doing, and think, what am I training for? What is the long-term gains that I'm looking for? Stop making today sacrifices. Stop making short-term sacrifices to feel okay today. Yeah, ego, we fucking smashed that ride today. Let's upload it to Strava and get lots of sexy kudos. It's bullshit. Your health is more important. The reason that you're fatigued today and you've got low morale, low motivation, that's a hormonal response from your body saying, please help me. You're not recovering from the workout. You're not overtraining, you're overreaching. Why? Because life is fucking complex, it's difficult, and you're escaping into the workout to get away from that. You need to take control of the variables that you can control. Okay, let's put a few things together and give you a nice simple strategy to give you energy, give you high levels of motivation. make sure you function at the highest levels of productivity in all areas of life, right? NHSS, nutrition, hydration, stress, and sleep. Your nutrition. Don't be thinking about recovery nutrition, think about all day nutrition. Your workout is leading you to be dialed into recovery fuels because you feel tired afterwards. Of course you feel tired, but your lead up is shit because most people eat shit during the day and we've got to improve that. So 90 minutes to 2 hours, load up, 40 to 60 grams minimum for those zone 2 rides, and then your natural process afterwards happens, okay? Think of the acclimatization rule that I've shared, the 2 hour rule. Let's take it to 3 hours for the day for eating. If you're going longer than 2 to 3 hours without any fuel, you are not fueling properly for training. So you will hit a stumbling block, an obstacle at some point. It'll break down. Let's look at your hydration. You weigh in and then you weigh out, pre and post workouts. What you've lost is not fat, you fanny, it's sweat. And you've got to replace that. You've got 4 hours to do that. If you do not get that water back in, it's game over. Water is life. S, stress. How are you managing life? Most people are not recovering from life. Forget about training. So how are you managing those problems? Don't shout at me, oh, you haven't got a boss like me, coach. Well, I am my own boss, and sometimes I am a dick, okay? But the thing is, you're not recovering from the variables that you can control. You can control your work. There are things that you can do. You can control your family outcomes. Okay, many of them they can't, and we accept that. But don't then disappear into your workout to escape that stress. You've got to then modify that workout. Now here's a great workout to do if things are getting stressful. You do a 40 to 60 minute ride at zone 1 to 2, but you add in 7 to 10 second sprints every 7 to 10 minutes. The sprint has a function of driving blood and focus to your frontal lobe, and that frontal lobe activity turns off your hamster wheel, okay, part of your brain, and it allows you to think clearer. Now you may have stumbled across this by accident sometimes, but it's a good workout, and when you get that clearance, that clarity of thought, think about the problem that's causing you stress. You might just find a fucking solution for it, okay? That's important. Now that leads into sleep. Don't go fucking trying to create sleep patterns. Sleep is a byproduct of the NHS. You get them right, sleep happens naturally because you're so tired naturally anyway. When was the last time your doctor asked you what your FTP was? I fucking never asked you, did they? You might have tried to tell them, saying, oh, I'm cycling 6 hours a week and I've moved my FTP up to 250 watts, doctor. They don't care, but they care about your heart, don't they? They care about your heart rate. So your resting heart rate is telling you everything you need to know. You don't need to invest lots of money in tools. The resting heart rate elevated by 5 beats is a sign that something is not right. What are you going to do about it? Oh, fuck that, I'm still going out on my ride. But you need to modify it. You need to listen to your body. It could be the introduction of a virus. It could be that there's something else more sinister going on. Or it could just be a sign that you're fatigued and it's telling you, hey, you're in this catabolic phase. We haven't quite absorbed the inflammation from that workout, plus that family visit, plus that deadline that you missed at work. You've got to listen to those signs. Trust me, a missed day of a workout and an application to yourself in terms of recovery processes could save you a week or two of illness. But also think now, from this video, project yourself 6 months, a year, 2 years. Think about all the stop starts that you've had in your fitness journey, in your health journey, maybe in your nutrition journey. It's not as complex as you think. Join the base camp and I'll share with you ways that you can do it really, really simply. But trust me, it is much healthier to have a longer projected vision of what you can do. Stick to the rules of what you can manage in a week based on your acclimatization rule. No more than 2 hours per week of what you did the previous week. Sort your nutrition out. So you load up before the ride, manage your hydration, try and tackle stress. Sometimes those difficult conversations need to be had. Sleep will happen naturally, and there's no product on the market that beats sleep for recovery. Boom, you'll get your mojo back, trust me, and you'll start enjoying cycling again. Yeah, dead easy. I'll speak to you soon. Hey, have you subscribed yet? No? Why not? It's less than 1 calorie to lift that finger and hit that button. Do it now, okay? I'll see you in the next video. You take care.